Wow, the roads in Germany is still icy. It's the 7th of February and I came to Berlin, to the outskirts of Berlin. Well, I'm slipping away. It's actually, today's topic is quite a serious one, because we came to the station of Wannsee. In this area, there's a lot of history regarding the Second World War. Join me as we go to the first location. Oh my god, there's a ramp. So just before I left to Berlin, I learned that in Germany, or at least in Berlin, they're not allowed to use salt to make the snow disappear, to dissolve the snow. Instead, they use like some kind of grind. Doesn't really work. Apparently it's bad for the environment to use the salt. I have no idea. I mean, there was a spike in the emergency room of people with, who have fallen because of the snow. So yeah, what's better? Environment of a lot of hurt people just trying to get to their job or to the store. This area really has some upscale villas. Look how big that is. Insane. So that's where we're going. How's der Wannsee Conference? That's another 1.5 kilometer walk, but that's okay. It's not too cold, no crazy winds or something. Just slippery, that's why I'm walking in the roads. So we arrived. Gedenk- und Bildungsstätten Haus der Wannsee Conference. Memorial and Educational Site House of the Wannsee Conference. Alright, let's go in. It was here in this serene lakeside villa behind me that the Nazis came together to make a plan. A very evil plan. Contrary to popular belief, the Holocaust didn't start here. They already were mass murdering all around Europe. However, they came together here to talk about the logistics. We'll talk more about Adolf Eichmann later on. Apparently the meeting was very professional. It only took like 90 minutes. Participants drank cognac rather, and talked about mass murdering if it was just another day in the office. Now it's not exactly known which room of this building the meeting took place, but it's very impressive to walk around here and see the villa for myself. Despite the horrific meeting that took place here, this is a really beautiful villa. A very nice setting along the lake. I think there's a guy walking on the ice. Apparently this whole lake is frozen over. It's quite stunning to see the whole lake, Wannsee, frozen over. I just remember from my childhood that lakes are frozen over because the winds aren't that strong anymore, aren't that cold. I think I even saw a guy in the distance walking on the ice, so apparently it's quite strong. However, I don't know about those spots. Not sure if the camera can pick up the footsteps over there, but yeah, people are walking on the ice. That's crazy. So I think the bus just left here, so I guess we have to walk back again towards the train station or the S-Bahn station. And we're gonna go to the next location, which I just learned about during my research for this video. So looking forward to checking that out. Place 17 or track 17. That's where we're heading. Another snowy and icy steps. So Adolf Eichmann, who we saw earlier in the villa, saying the number of Jewish people who've been transported to Theresienstadt, which was another death camp. Of course, everyone knows Auschwitz, which I visited myself a few years ago, before I started the whole YouTube. Eichmann managed the train schedules that sent millions to the death camps, as we know, like Auschwitz, Theresienstadt. We just saw that on the plaquettes. He made it so efficient, as if he was dealing with a cargo shipping problem. That's why, in the end, so many people were so efficiently killed by the Nazis. Horrible when you think of it. Over 50,000 Jews were deported here. First they were sent to other cities, where they had to live in very poor circumstances, to say the least. But later on they were sent directly to Auschwitz and Theresienstadt, the so-called death camps. And that's all from this place. Track 17. After the war, Eichmann escaped to Argentina, where he was later captured by the Israeli Secret Service, the Mossad. Now, there's a really good movie about this. It's called Operations Finale. I definitely recommend to check that out. That's actually the movie that brought me here. Because before I watched that movie, I had no concept about the Wannsee Conference. So definitely check that out. You will find the platform 17 just outside the Grunwald station. Just go to the left when you exit the station, and you will find it. Once again, I love how this station looks. It's always interesting to see stations all around Europe. I arrived to the Memorial of the Murdered Jews in Europe, also known as the Holocaust Memorial. You can see various flower wreaths paying tributes to all the people killed in the Holocaust. Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Government of Romania, I suppose. So the whole area is 4.7 acres of concrete slabs. It looks really huge. As you can see, it gradually goes down. So the blocks also become bigger. You're gonna walk into there, see what it feels like, because I think the architect had a purpose by building it like this. It gives you a feeling of disorientation, unease, like no touch of the outer world, like in those times the Holocaust was taking place. You can like catch glimpses of buildings around, but the deeper you go, the more isolated I feel. I like the pattern of the rain. That's beautiful. This is absolutely an impressive memorial. You can see they have like light strips as well. I mean, the sunset is almost, or it's almost dark as there's no sun. So maybe we come back a little bit later to check out how it looks like in the nighttime. For now, let's just go out and walk around this area a bit, see what we can find. There's a lot of police because there was some kind of demonstration / protest. I think it was a demonstration. Not too sure what was going on there. I really love that there is a tree in the middle. Came to the espresso house to warm up a little bit. Get a hot chocolate. No more coffee for me today. light is fading, so we're gonna go back to the memorial and see how it's gonna be lit up. That's good stuff. Nice and warm. The street lights are on, so I guess the Denkmal or the memorial site. I hope the lights are also on. Let's check it out. This building from Deutsche Telekom looks crazy. Or no, is it T-Mobile? T-Mobile, I think. Okay, let's just go over there. Guess we have to wait for some cars to pass here. Total illegal crossing. Can we do it? Yes, we can. I just had to do that. Moving on. Ampelman is what it's called. The street light, a little man inside the street light. Indeed, the lights are on. So let's just do a quick walk towards the Brandenburg Gate. And then we're back on the streets, just like that. It definitely gives a different perspective of the memorial. When it's like dark, it's even more isolating. Lights are not helping, but they kinda give a good sense of isolation. And it's good that you actually can walk it in the night. And with the Brandenburg Gate, a very historical landmark here in Berlin, in the background. We're ending the video here. Thank you guys for watching today's adventure, and see you in the next one, wherever that will be.
Beide?